Good morning, Senator. Welcome back to the show.
Great to be here as always.
So, okay, here's the question. Last Congress, in 2013, the average House Republican voted 92% of the time with the party. Steve Daines voted 95% with the Republicans. Where do you differ from the Republican leadership and John Boehner in Washington? Where are some areas where you would be independent-minded?
Well, what I want to see is I want to see the Republican Party develop a vision. What are we going to do about immigration? As a party in a country, what are we going to do about our debt? What are we going to do about our energy policy? And I think the Republican Party has not done their share of developing a vision on what we're going to do. What is the right answer and approach? I'm an American first. I always have been. And I think you need to put America first in this political environment. And so I'm going to sit directly where Montana families, working families are, and what's best for Montana, moving our economy forward so we can make a decent living here.
So one example, in 2012, Congressman Rieberg voted against, he was one of 4 Republicans voted against the Ryan budget. What do you think of the idea of essentially changing the Social Security and Medicare and potentially privatizing some of it?
Well, Medicare is a promise. And what I didn't like about the Obamacare is taking $720 billion and stealing it from Medicare because it's put that program at risk. There's a lot of older seniors, and Montana is an aging demographic. And there's a promise made on medical care from the government and from us that we would do this. And when there's not enough money in the system because of manipulation, that puts that at risk. I do think the Ryan budget as a framework is good, but there's some issues in it that I think we need to talk about and flush out.
So do you think for folks like me, now I'm 41 years old, should Social Security be changed before I end up retiring? I mean, for example, should the retirement age potentially be
Well,
elevated?
certainly if the promise was made to you.
Okay.
Especially if you're going to reach retirement in the near future, then I think that promise is made, and then we should keep that promise. Same thing with our veterans and our elderly. I mean, to pull the rug out, at a late date when a person's already retired or approaching retirement, I think is dishonest.
So Republicans need a better vision. So Rand Paul, for example, Senator Rand Paul is going out and talking to African American voters and trying to pull them into the Republican Party. What are some ways in which you can do outreach to minority voters, and specifically to Native American voters in the eastern part of the state who traditionally don't actually vote for the Republican Party?
Well, I think we should be Americans first. I mean, we're all stakeholders in this country. We're all stakeholders in this country succeeding. And I think you should reach out based on American values, is that the Republicans should be the party of working families. If you're minimum wage, multimillionaire, union, non-union, it shouldn't matter because you're working and trying to better yourself and better your community and better your state. So I think the Republican Party needs to do a pivot, and we're the party of people that want to obtain the American dream, by earning it. And I think we can do a lot better than that way.
So you've been out to the eastern part of the state and to the reservations.
I have,
and
multiple times.
What are the conversations you have when you're out there?
Well, it's jobs. It's the infrastructure. It's the coal in the Crow Reservation is significant. It's sovereign. I think we should recognize that they are sovereign nations. I think the medical portion of it is horrendous on the Crow Agency. I think we need to look hard at that because the service that's being provided, is far less than it should be.
Lots of problems, and unfortunately not a lot of time to talk about them as much as I'd want to, but we'll have you back.
It is fixable. It is fixable. We're America. We're a fourth quarter team.
Great to have you here. We'll see you again soon.
Well, thanks.